I'm Khalees Griffin, and this is GCTV. Now for this week's announcements. The Rebel Garage has officially opened up for business. Their services include fluid services, AC repairs, wheel alignment, and more. Go by room 28 for more information. If you miss Friday's deadlines for tickets, they will be sold at the door for general admission for $5. The concert will be held Wednesday during 4th block. Now to the news of the week. After much consideration, the school board has decided against a flexible schedule and will be moving to a more hybrid version. Last year, it was voted upon teachers and parents if a flexible schedule that most schools around us are going to would be a good fit for George County.
Originally, the flexible schedule will look kind of like this. Every 9 weeks, there'd be a 2-week break. Now, what that 2-week break, it's not really a 2-week break. There'd be one break for remediation and enrichment, and the other week would be no school.
Ultimately, the decision was made against the schedule, and the idea went into reformation. The
issue is, at the end of the day, you have to make decisions based upon what's best for your county and what's best for your school district.
One of the biggest issues that caused the schedule to be overruled is bus routes and getting everyone to where they're supposed to be. Nevertheless, with the new schedule, which has not been 100% approved yet, 1 week of no school will still be given after each 9 weeks.
What the new schedule should look like next year would be in the month of October. Like this year, you had a small break at fall. You was out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So starting next year, the plan is to have a full week of no school, students and teachers out, in the month of October. Along with your regular spring break in March, we're going to try to fit in another week off, sometimes around winter break. And all of that will be based upon when Easter falls.
The final schedule will be approved and released in January or February of 2024. This has been Khalees Griffin reporting for GCTV. Now to Rayleigh to take a look at our floors.
Thanks, Khalees. If you haven't noticed already, a very needed renovation is taking place throughout the high school. A new tile flooring will be put down in the classrooms and the hallways. Using the company Bayes Surfaces based in Ocean Springs, the floor renovation should have a cost of over $1 million.
It's quite an expensive project, but it's a lot of flooring when you talk about all the classrooms, all the hallways, so it's a lot of flooring.
During the fall break, workers have came in and removed all the carpet in the hallway and are working through the nights and school breaks to get this job done.
Either the end of next week or the following week, they'll start laying some of the classrooms. The hallways, some of it will be done later, but they just went ahead and tore out the carpet to get that stage started.
While the classrooms are getting new tile, teachers will temporarily have to relocate their classes while their work is being done.
I have kind of had enough time to adapt my lesson plans and my activities. My textbooks are on the move and all the materials my kids need, so shouldn't be too much trouble at all.
The current flooring has been in the school for many decades and is a renovation that many people are looking forward to.
Well, I mean, it's something that definitely needs to be done. It's been needing to be done, but now is just the time that we've been able to start it. So as far as money and everything and time that goes into it,
I think it's a definite needed improvement, and I'm very excited about the new floors.
This has been Rayleigh reporting for GCTV. Now to Brentley for Rebel Rundown.
Thanks, Rayleigh. Soccer season is soon to begin at George County High School, which means boys and girls soccer teams are preparing with a kicking start. As both teams move into the 6A division, it's compelled both teams to work much harder, states both girls coach Britton Dean and boys coach Tyler Williams as they recall the events of last season. With both teams moving to the 6A division, training and tension have done anything but subside. More and new teams to beat, more games to play, and stronger competition all are included within the upgrade to 6A. They also now play teams such as Hancock, Pascagoula, West Harrison, and Long Beach.
We've played those teams in the past, but it's been at least a couple of years since we've played any of them recently. So it'll be an interesting experience and hopefully a short learning curve.
Last year, both teams played well, even going as far to make it to the state playoffs. Girls were eliminated in the third round of playoffs. Meanwhile, boys won district back-to-back, losing in the last round of playoffs, however.
This year, our mind is on going as far as possible, so we would love to be able to go to state.
Returning starters for the boys soccer team includes seniors Jaden Songs, Halen Cunningham, Jacob Howell, Dylan Stefari, Jordan Duran, Lawson Drinkard, Bryce C., junior Sean Clark, Gavin Knowles, and sophomores Sam Rogers, Brody Tanner, and Matt Kittrell. Girls returning starters include senior Kiara Hawley, Macy McClendon, Anna Marie Edwards, Lily Moffitt, Yasmin Humphrey, Gracie Machini, Anna Howard, and Jill Lancaster. The official start of George County High School soccer season will be the Jamboree on Saturday, October 28th. The first home game will be on November 28th. Entering a new division, basketball season is soon to start at George County High School. Boys coach Terry Bradley has hope for his team, especially the younger members going into a new division. He has full intention of winning big this season. Within this division, both teams will be competing against new and more teams, such as West Harrison, Pascagoula, Hancock, and Long Beach. This will give both the girls and the boys team a wider variety of teams, higher chance at succeeding, and more complex training schedule.
Well, we don't have to surpass last year, but I would love to compete. And, if we could duplicate last year, that would be great. But it's like I said, it's a young team returning.
Girls coach Charles Moore has high expectations for his team, even with the new team members, especially since they made it to the playoffs 2 years in a row. Moore intends to play more aggressively, play more girls, and play full court, especially with the new division.
It's a much tougher district than we've been in before. There's 3 teams in it that were in the state playoffs last year, so we got an uphill battle.
Although both teams have similar training to last year, it's a bit more intense. The schedule includes perfecting aim, lifting weights, and other usually fun and strengthening targeted activities. The boys team has 2 returning starters, Marlon Odom and Deuce Knight. Meanwhile, the girls have 3 returning starters, Dakari McNair, Haley Stringer, and Tenari Daniels. Their first game is November 7th at home versus Stone County. This has been Brentley Smathers with GCTV. Now to Lennon.
Thanks, Brentley. Recently, an uprising of encouragement has begun at the high school, specifically in math teacher Ashley Brazel's classroom. Freshmen Brentley Smathers and Gabby Payne have started an encouragement wall. The wall started by Smathers writing an encouraging note and putting it on Brazel's classroom wall. Then Payne thought it would be a nice idea and she decided to write some too. Brazel described it as first starting as an anonymous pen pal but turned into more.
I just kind of started writing them back because it seemed like a fun little thing to do in class.
Smathers and Payne both like the idea of the motivational wall because they both believe that the students need more positivity and encouragement during their day.
I feel like there's a lot of negativity in our school system, and in our school especially, high school is a difficult time for a lot of people. And I know that a little pick-me-up and nice quote from here and there just can make a day a lot better.
Brazel also believes that this encouragement wall will benefit students.
I think the notes have helped my students just because it's nice to know that somebody out there is thinking about you. So sometimes you're having a bad day, and then it's just nice to read the wall and say, oh, well, I can do this. Somebody out there believes in me and somebody thinks that I can do it. And sometimes it's just nice to hear that.
Some students have even decided to take the idea and bring it outside of the classroom. When walking in the hallways, you may see some encouraging notes or Bible verses written on sticky notes. A couple students have also made a prayer box and motivational sticky notes on the girls' bathroom mirror. As you can see, this new display of encouragement is a good representation of the uplifting attitudes students need to show to one another in this time of stress and hardship, and hopes that the behavior continues. This has been Lennon reporting for GCTV, and now back to Khalees in the studio.
That's it for this week's episode. I'm Khalees Griffin, and this has been GCTV.